Off we go from SoFi Stadium. They start the drive with Cook. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, it's Willis. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. This defense for the Rams, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. They may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Willis now off play action. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for him after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown, LA. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are. This team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming run. Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
In motion is Austin Hooper. Throwing on 2nd and long. Willis. And that'll be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Willis, third and long. He's airing it out for Williams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Here we go. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 122 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. 14, Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 33. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think he just made the punter a little bit jealous there. There was some serious hang time on that ball. Deep downfield, and while it didn't connect, it certainly sent a message, didn't it?
Now Willis on 3rd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
11 empty pace. 11 empty pace.
Now it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. Hits a first down as well. Mixon with a first down carry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 153 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On one, ready?
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that put him and picked up 5 yards.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Here we go.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. first play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Willis looking to throw it. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Left wing 19.
Third down, it's Willis. Forced out to his left. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest at first half. But this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Hit the street. Hit the street.
1st and 10, it's Willis. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, L.A. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
11.
Here's Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 39, Willis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
The shotgun snap to Willis. Flush to his right. Right side to Williams. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Back to Mixon on second down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And taken right on the 30. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 12, Willis. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch, made at the 25 yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25 yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory,
The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And making the tackle there, Jacoby Durant. 6 yards left on second down. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Rams are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
That's good for Rams. First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Cook up the gut. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on fourth down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. You think about it, that's a pretty important second-half field goal, Charles. That now stretches this to 2 possessions and really kind of ratchets up the pressure on that opposing sideline.
It certainly does, because that interception and adding a field goal to it, that puts them in firm control of this game right now. They're about one more big stop from putting this thing absolutely out of reach.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Again, it's Mixon. It's a room to maneuver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 201 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Mixon will try the right side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They match protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A handoff, running left, Mixon. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. The extra point by McPherson up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Their catch made on the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
They run the counter with Cook. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Milton Williams there on the tackle.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Gun. Stop.
Back to Mixon on second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get it behind the line.
The tackle made back in his own 49.
Burrow. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Now it's Mixon running right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 221 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Back at the 5-yard line now. Second and goal.
11 empty. 11 empty. Stop.
Now Burrow. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now?
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he'll get this up to about the 40. That was an